It's time to get your mind right with the Mind on Greatness podcast crew. Welcome to the Mind on Greatness podcast show.
What's the deal, baby? You already know it is one of the hosts. Big Boss out, can't poke through the door. That's Brody right there, man. Salute to all our soldiers. It's the Mind on Greatness podcast, man. We here to talk boxing, sports, anything, any type of thing in life. That's what we're here to talk about. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to LaGear. Shout out to that boy Keese. You know what I mean? And shout out to Peso, man. You know, Peso gonna be a guest on here soon. And anybody else, if you want to be a guest on here, just hit us up, man. And menonamission56@gmail.com. And, you know, we'll coordinate something, right? But today, we talking about a real life issue. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to toss it to that boy, Coach B, and he going to basically fill y'all in on what's going on.
What it is, folks, you know what I'm saying? And on the subject of guests, don't be surprised if I hit you up, you know what I'm saying? Hit you up in your DMs and ask if you want to, you know, feature on the show, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I got to coordinate with all the people that's tied into the podcast first, but don't be surprised because we got to get this thing rolling and we need some more guests on here, you know what I'm saying? They get some shine, we get some shine, we show some love, y'all show some love, you know what I'm saying? You know, word of mouth make the world go round. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop into it, you know what I'm saying? Brody on the hustle, your Coach B, as K-Po called me. But as you can see scrolling across the bottom of your screen, it dawned on me not too long ago. I was in a situation, you know what I'm saying, where I was helping a buddy out, you know what I'm saying? We were doing some one-on-one training for boxing. And as you can see, scrolling across your screen, at the bottom, it says 40 acres and a mule for who? Excuse me. Now, the reason why I pose this question is ultimately, I thought it was just a black culture, a black community, a black people type thing, but it's not. It's the American culture as a whole. It's the American society as a whole. I'm thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? What's some of the things we go through as a kid when we have our first real big dispute between mother and father, you know what I'm saying, as a child in their household. The first thing that come to our head, first thing that come to their head, and first thing that come out of our mouth, first thing come out of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't wait till I'm this age. I can't wait to move up out of here. And the parents say, well, go ahead and do what you got to do. And I can't wait either. Or you can go do what you got to do under your own roof. You then blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Words flying across the house and stuff like that. So, okay, finally get your chance to move out of the house. You 19, 20, 21, whatever the age is, you choose to move 2 states over, or you choose to move a whole county over. You know what I'm saying? The parents say, oh, I'm glad this child about my house, and none of y'all end up being cool, but it's only y'all cool because y'all separate. Now think about that, put that into perspective, all right? How can we ever amount to getting our 40 acres and a mule back if we can't even stay within the same radius and be cool with each other on the same property? You know what I'm saying? To make that make sense, you know? And like I say, I'm speaking to everybody right here. Everybody that's been through this and everybody that's trying to make sense of it. Everybody that's looking to get their 40 acres and a mule, you feel me? Let's make sense of it. Like I say, I was doing some one-on-one training, and I just happened to pull up to one of my boys' house, and I'm looking around, you know what I'm saying? I see his daddy car. I'm like, okay, his daddy live here. Then all of a sudden, his grandma and his grandpa walk out from next door. And I look across the street. I'm like, damn, ain't that your cousin and your brother over there? They're like, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. We trying to buy the whole block. I'm like, I see where they going with it. You feel me? So, K-Po, if you can help me shed some light in this situation, how can we ask for 40 acres and a mule and we can't even get the family members to buy 3, 4 houses on the same block just because they have small discrepancies, you know, from the past? Help the people understand. Help me understand. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a big one for me. It took a minute to understand it, but this is a big topic for me, and I really want to buy. I really want to rebuild the village, bro. And this is the stepping stone. You feel me? So go ahead and share some light on how you feel about this situation and how you think it can play a role in getting out 40 acres and a mule.
Well, basically, all the old heads, like our parents, that ain't happening with them, right? There's no meeting in the middle, seeing common ground, none of that. So if that's what you want for your family, I feel like you have to set that tone and it start with you, right? You know, my family is very dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? I come from a dysfunctional family. Nobody see eye to eye. We fought a lot. We fought in the street like we ain't know each other. But if you was an outsider and you come in, you gonna get your hands put on you. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We'll fight each other, but we'll come together and fight you too. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But
Most definitely.
but like I said, it's a lot of dysfunction. So for me, my mentality was with my family, with my wife and my daughters. I said it starts with us. We have to set that tone, right? We have to be the ones to sit there and be like, you know what? We're gonna start a whole new generation of this family, and we're gonna set the culture and the tone for our family, right? For
Right.
starters, being married and staying married. That's the most important thing, right? Showing that unity in front of our kids. Not kicking our kids out when they turn 18. No. I'm gonna give them an option and say, hey, look, you can go out on your own or you can stay here. You can stay as long as you need to. You know what I mean? As long as you're making something of yourself, you can stay here as long as you need to. You know what I mean? And you know, and that's that. Also, buying homes and multiple properties, right? Like me, my dad bought a whole bunch of land in Africa, right? He has businesses in Africa that when he passes away, I have to take over these businesses, right? So he's
Mm-hmm.
leaving that foundation for me. Whereas, you know, I'm gonna start something here for my kids. So I think with the old generation, to answer your question directly, the old generation is kind of a lost cause. With the new generation, we have to be the ones to set that tone for our families in order to get our 40 acres and a mule. Because to keep it 1,000, the old heads, they didn't even show unity, black unity. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, you know, not maybe, you know, my great grandma, you know, them, yeah, they were unified as African Americans, you know,
Right.
but we all know what happened in the 70s and 80s, and that divided us as a people. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, up until now, we're poisoned as a people. So now you have to, you know, set that tone for your family and be that example, right? So my mindset is this: it starts with me and my wife. We're gonna set the tone, and for generations to come, when I pass away, they're gonna be like, "Hey, this is how my family has always done it. We always look out for each other. We always make sure. We may have differences, which you're gonna have differences. It's family. It's gonna happen. But we're able to rise and overcome those differences, work around it, be mature, and understand what we was wrong at. We may not see the eye to eye on this, but it is what it is, and we move past it, and we work together to build financial stability, emotional stability. You get what I mean? That's what it's
Right.
about. And you know, I work with Hispanics. One thing I learned from Hispanics
Mm.
is they may not like each other, but they look out for each other.
You
When it
damn
comes
right.
to jobs, when it comes to housing, whatever it is, they gonna make sure that you not hungry. They gonna make
Mm-hmm.
sure you have opportunity to eat. They gonna make sure you have shelter. That's just how they are. They may think you a piece of crap. They may be like, Jose is a piece of crap. I don't, but they gonna look out for that boy. They gonna be like,
Mm-hmm.
get on my nerves, but I gave him a job. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
That's how we need to be as black people. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't on that same type of time. A lot of it also is, I mean, you grew up in the hood. A lot of these people are very ignorant. So think
Mm-hmm.
about it like this. And I think, truthfully, and I'm finna spin this, I think one day we will, even if we don't show that stuff that I'm talking about when it comes to our family, I
Right.
believe that these white people will give us our reparations. And the reason why they're gonna give it to us because they know we gonna give it right back. And let me tell you why. Boy's gonna be coming down on in a Kia with foes on it, 16 chains, buying all the clothes instead of thinking about let me invest my money. Let me buy
Mm-hmm.
the property. Let me make sure my family's wealthy. Let me set my family up for the future. They already know it's coming. It's coming. They already know. They finna get that
For
money
sure.
right back. So that's my take on it, B.
Hey, for sure. I look, and I ain't gonna sit here and stand against none of that, bro. Like it's true. Like from the beginning, what you said, we can't really do nothing about the past. You know what I'm saying? If you're sitting here thinking about the past and dwelling on the past, you already last anyway. You're not gonna make it to the finish line. You need to think from the present and the future. You know what I'm saying? Work on what you can do starting now into the future. And what you can do now, just like you mentioned, is switch up things in your own household. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned, hey, you can stay here as long as you want. Just let me know so I can be available, to help you. You know what I'm saying? I can help you make reasons on every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? Have a point. You know what I'm saying? Have short term goals, have long term goals. I didn't believe in that either, but I started doing it, and it helped me make sense. You feel me? But at the same time, it got to start with us in our household, with our families, with our generation that we're gonna create moving forward. And you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people probably out there like what they really speaking on. You know what I'm saying? We speaking on recreating the village, recreating the tribe. You know what I'm saying? Recreating the tradition. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go back way long time ago, before they could even really communicate, you know what I'm saying, with words and writing and whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? These people live amongst each other. I'm talking about 4 or 5 generations just living in one village, bro. Like then after that, they're like, man, Mammy and Pappy passed on, but then for you know it, all the little kids coming out, and it's like 7 boys, 8 girls, and you're like, man, they all playing together. They all trying to understand each other. They not really trying to push each other out. They just trying to make sure everybody is okay. Like you say, the Hispanic heritage is built different. They may not cook for each other all the time, but they gonna make sure little Jesus and them well taken care of. Well, they got an opportunity at least to take care of themselves, and they gonna leave something behind for them. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that the way they work at times. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, to get these 40 acres and a mule, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand the very basics. The very basics. We got to understand. We got to start buying houses and real estate in the same area, the same community. It ain't got to be, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be like right next door to each other. But hey, if we want to start rebuilding our villages and rebuilding our tribes or whatnot, or however you want to put it, we got to start being able to coexist in the same zip code at least. You know what I'm saying? And in the same vicinity. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you really get your 40 acres and a mule. Because let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people got money, but the people with all that type of money that got 40 acres and what they got going or whatever, them people live in a different world, bro. We got to think about the daily people, the people who go through the struggle. You feel me? We got to understand how to start networking and working together. You know what I'm saying? Not oh, I got to get this for me and mine. Oh, I got to get this for me and mine over here. It's me and mine over here. No, we got to figure out how to start doing that together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know stuff but don't want to share it. Like it's some people out there that'll work with you, give you some free game every now and then, but it ain't in these days and times. It ain't often somebody will share free game. Even when you get on TikTok, people on there, doing all kind of marketing for fashion and stuff, and they selling ebooks to show you how to do some stuff that you can get on YouTube and get for free. It may not be the best, but at the same time, you charging me to do you charging me $150 to go to a class that's going to amount to what? I still got to put in the work.
Yeah.
So why not share certain knowledge for free? But again, we got to start with the basics. You know what I'm saying? We got to start with the basics and make sure our kids understand you can be with mama and papa as long as you want, as long as you need to. I'm not even gonna say as long as you want, because we got to understand the difference between a need and a want. It's a big difference between a need and a want. So we need to start breaking that down to our kids. You can be with mama and papa as long as you need, but you got to be doing something that makes sense up under my roof. And I'm still not gonna kick you out. I'm just gonna keep pushing you and trying to steer you in the right direction. If you don't get it, then okay, then I hold your hand until you get it. Because mama and papa ain't gonna be here forever. You feel me? So I'm trying to leave something behind for y'all. So y'all need to understand what I'm trying to leave behind before I'm gone, and then y'all inherit it, and y'all like, oh, he was trying to show me this. We don't know nothing about it. Let's just sell it.
Yeah, I also think that you could still teach your kids life lessons while they under your roof.
Mm-hmm. Most
Talk
definitely.
to my kids about my daughter's one of my oldest favorite thing to say is I don't want to go to school. So I tell her I don't want to go to work, but if I don't go to work, I can't pay this rent. I can't these lights, can't get it. These shoes, you can't get it. And I said, regardless, whether I'm sick or not, I still gotta go to work. I can't tell the bill collector, hey, I'm sick. They ain't trying to hear that. They
Mm-hmm.
want that. Hey, okay, you sick? That's cool. But it's still 529.76. That's they don't care. Hey man, I feeling broke my back. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but it's still 675. It's 24. You want to play cash or card? They not trying to hear that
They're
stuff.
not trying to hear Nathan, bro. They
So
not trying to hear Nathan.
you have to keep it 1,000 with your kids, not 100, 1,000, and you have to get them their life lessons. You know, I I teach my kids, about earning stuff around here, right? So I of course it's certain things that I expect you to do. So I don't reward you. I'm not gonna reward you for cleaning your room.
Boom.
It's
Gotta
not happening.
understand it.
I'm not rewarding you for cleaning your room. Your room should already be clean. I'm not rewarding you
Mm-hmm.
for your bathroom. Your bathroom should already be clean. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I'm not rewarding you for, you washing the dishes. You supposed to wash the dishes. You eat it. I'm buying the food. You need to wash the dishes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Now I'll reward you for school. You know what I mean? Because I tell my kids that's your job right there. School. That's your job. That's your
Right.
9 to 5 right there. That's where you go and you put in that work. You come back home. If I see your grade, okay, all right, here's $50. You know what I'm saying? You put in that work. I'm proud of you. Hey, here's these shoes. You know what I mean? You're gonna get rewarded for that. But I'm not going to reward you for something that you're expected to do that you use on a daily basis. It doesn't make sense to me. You know
Correct.
what I mean?
Correct.
So we have to, because I see a lot of the young kids and it bothers me, especially the little young boys. They think stuff's supposed to be handed to them, and I come from that era, bro, where you got to go get it. You know what I mean? Like ain't nothing was given to me, bro. I had to go get it.
Nah.
I
Yep.
mean, me and B done told y'all football stories. We have to go get it, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
nothing's handed to you in this life. And if you're a black man, you already got a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? You're already at a disadvantage. So
Right.
ain't nobody got no sympathy for you. You got to get out here and get it. You know what I mean? So I just think it's important if you want to set the tone in your house, you have to give your kids life lessons in your house. You know what I mean? And you constantly got to talk to them about character. Man, I could. This episode could turn to an hour because I talk to my kids about so much stuff. They be looking at me like this nigga here, man. Oh, he
Right.
got another
Right. Fact.
lecture. Hey,
Facts.
bro,
Facts.
I'm always talking to them in their head. Hey, character is something you have when no one is looking. So you sitting here, you acting like this, and you waiting for me to. You want to act right when I'm around, but when I'm not around, you want to do this. No, we want to do that fake stuff around here. So there's going to be consequences, and there's another thing: consequences. Don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily mean that I got to put my hands on my daughters, on my kids. You know what I mean? You got to put your hands on your kids. Just depends on the identity and the culture of your kids. You got to deal with their personality.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you got to make them understand there's consequences for everything that you do,
Facts.
regardless. Regardless. So, hey, you may get a whooping. You might not. You may have to do some push-ups. You might have to go run outside. You may have to bear crawl. You might get another whoop. I don't know. You
In
know what I'm
real
saying?
life, bro.
That's just real talk. Like, you have to
Mm-hmm.
understand these kids. The problem with these kids now is they don't understand there's consequences. And
Facts.
that's their problem. That's what's wrong with our society. They've taken the consequence away. So these kids feel like, oh, I can come over here, I can slap this dude, I can rob this boy. I can, nah, bro. Not realizing you come over a grown man or anybody that's just not finna tolerate that stuff, you gonna get bombed up and depleted. I'm just
Yeah.
keeping it 1,000. So that's my take on it.
And that ties back into episode one of the off season when it comes to accountability for the youth. Just like we said, man, back in the day, grown folks was nosy for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They looking like, hey, boy, you better get the hell away from my car. I don't know what you finna do, but you better get away from my car. And then what's crazy is whatever car you so called finna do whatever with, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy how it always get back to your people before, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I heard you was over there messing with folks' cars. Like, what? I just did that like 30 minutes ago. I just got in the house 2 minutes ago. Who watching? You never knew who was watching you back then. You didn't know how. But it was no way you was finna execute something that didn't make it back to your household before you got home. Again, accountability from the adults. You know what I'm saying? Somebody back in the day, somebody knew somebody that knew your business, and it got back to the house before you got back to the house, and you
Yep.
had no chance to even defend yourself.
You gotta eat
It,
that bullet.
you gotta eat it, bro. And that
Yeah.
ties back into episode one of the off season accountability. But
Yeah.
I got a little subtopic right here. I'm glad you brought this up. when we speak about black men being at a disadvantage, I want to break it down in my terms and and how I perceive the situation when you're a black man and people say the disadvantage, because a lot of people don't understand it. And I'm not trying to make y'all understand. I'm just want y'all to, I want y'all to understand what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not black, you're not going to understand it completely anyway. But I can give you, a vivid picture. I can paint you a picture real quick. Okay, so the disadvantage is set like this: when me and K-Po and all the other brothers in the world walk into a room, they expect us to behave in a certain manner. They expect us to carry out, you know, certain habits. If they tell us no, they expect us to get fired up. They expect us to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody from across the street that we grew up with, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden we ain't cool no more. You know what I'm saying? When they see us, he repping this gang or he repping that gang, they expect us to act in a certain manner on it. They expect all of us to carry certain mannerisms, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the corporate world, the Karens and Dales of the world. They expect us to act in this manner, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
then again, we got the flip side on it. Well, you got the suburban black dude who grew up in the suburbs, but it just so happens that his family grew up in the hood. So now he got to go, operate back and forth in the hood. So when they see this dude with glasses, he got on slacks and a suit, they looking like, oh, look at this uppity ass nigga. Look at this Uncle Tom ass nigga. So you get what I'm saying? It's a disadvantage, you know what I'm saying, with our people, and even if you're not our people, it's a disadvantage that a black man has to deal with when he walks through the world, and it's tough, man. It's tough, especially when you come from this side, but you'd have made it over to this side, or when you came from that side and something happened and it took you down to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's tough. So that's just a little small synopsis, a small little vivid picture of what we mean when we say it's a disadvantage. It really is a disadvantage because, like I say, you got this side of the spectrum expecting us to act like niggas, and then you got this side of the spectrum, which is the niggas. When they see somebody that don't act like a nigga, he ain't no nigga. So
Mm-hmm.
that it's a disadvantage being a black man. It's tough out here, and a lot of people don't understand it. It's tough.
They don't get it. They don't understand. I got a homeboy. He white and he asks a lot of questions. He like, man, why do y'all be so angry, or why do y'all? And I said, look, you got to understand this. We come from these environments where you got to be angry sometimes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the reason why, because if you don't set that tone out there, this boy gonna take your head off, or they gonna think you soft, or So, we don't come from, and I'm not speaking for every black man, but we don't come from
Right.
environments where you know everything are peaches and cream. You know what I mean? Like I didn't live in the roughest environment, but I didn't live in the best one either. You know what I mean? So for me, I've always experienced hatred from the black man. You know what I'm saying? I've
Mm-hmm.
experienced love from the black man too. But I've always experienced hatred from the black man first before hatred from the white man. Now, granted, that white man hate me too, but he already know that brother is gonna take me out, so he ain't really too concerned. He ain't really too concerned. You know what I
You
mean?
ain't worried about it.
He ain't worried about it unless I overcome that, and this is what I'm getting to. When you overcome that, you come out the hood and you a black man, you and your family live in a suburban area. I got a house, your kids not talking hood, your kids are conducting themselves with class, and then you conduct yourself with class. That's when the white people try to comfort you.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't try to comfort you in a violent way. They try to comfort you in an intelligent way. We
Mm-hmm.
this IQ. So you on a job, right? And they questioning everything that you're doing, challenging your intelligence, trying to get you flustered. And you may get a little upset, but they want to see you upset. They want to see
Mm-hmm.
you get flustered, right? Because that's what they expect from you. So when you don't give them that, and they can't categorize you, they can't put you in no box, it bothers them.
Yep.
And that's how you defeat them. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
defeat the white man with this. The brother, you're going to have to use this at some point, right? And that'll get him to back off. But the white man, this.
Mm-hmm.
Every other race,
Fact.
this. This is how you beat them with this. And a lot of time, this is our demise as black men because we don't use this. We use
Right.
this.
Mm-hmm. Pride.
We use this. And this is what gets us locked up. This
Mm-hmm.
is what, this right here, this would get us fired. This would get these white people to categorize us, or he's this type of nigga, this type of nigga.
Facts.
But when you sit there and you throw this in the trash and use this, they don't know what to do. They
That's
don't
a
know what
big
to do
fact.
with you.
That's in real life, bro, and it's hard these days to communicate with other black men that doesn't have the same point of view. Like you got to understand, like most of the black culture is gone, like off dumb shit, off dumb shit. I ain't saying all, but most of the culture is gone off dumb shit, and we got to look at our youth because look how deeply rooted this is. Look how long it's gonna take us to actually, rid our youth of this unnecessary, blackball, black male thinking. You know what I'm saying? They all brainwashed on some dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? From relationships to what's important to how they should be treating their parents to how they should be treated. How they should be treating. The things that was set in place for them. Some of them really just don't care, bro, and it sucks because there's a lot of good stuff out here, that's been set up for them, but they not taking advantage because why? They so wrapped up in stuff that's never going to ever amount to anything or matter to them. They care about this man's lifestyle on how he living on TV or how he living vicariously through something else. Like you can't do that, man. Like I say, them people in the entertainment world live in a whole different realm. Like they live in a whole different realm, man. Like you gotta understand it. Like you cannot be walking around here feeling like or thinking that you them because why? You put what they go through and how they go through it is completely different. They got stuff set up and for a long time that can back them up and keep them out of trouble. We regular people, we don't. We go do some dumb shit. The laws catch us, we done.
Mm-hmm.
And we done. And the black you gotta understand that. But anyways, that's another story, another topic, another subject. But yeah, like I say, the 40 acres and a mule, let's tie it all back together, man. The disadvantage of being a black man and a black woman. The fact that we got to understand, how we supposed to be actually operating in our household, which is letting our kids know as long as you need to be in mama and daddy's household, we here for you. But I need you to understand as long as you're in my household, you're going to take the necessary steps and the proper steps to get to where you need to be. Because, like I say, I'm not going to create a business empire for you and because you didn't care to understand or because you wanted to do what you want to do. I go into a grave and now you don't understand what the business was, and all of a sudden you sell it thinking you balling, and all of a sudden you go blow all this money. Now it ain't nothing left for nobody. You crazy. That ain't finna happen like that. But again, I want to go ahead and move on into the next subject real quick. You know what I'm saying? This will be a short vid for y'all. Short vid, you know what I'm saying? Uh let's I don't tradition and religion, two different things to me. I think some people get it confused, and I think it should be separated. Tradition, okay, Easter, Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, whatever else they got out there, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I really don't celebrate a lot of these because I don't understand the gesture behind it, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I'm slowly starting to do my own research to figure out what it really is. But at the same time, tradition and religion needs to be separated because I feel like a lot of people, especially again in the black community, a lot of people in the black community really can't talk to you about why they celebrate certain holidays other than the fact that it's a tradition, and that's what mom and daddy did. That's what grandma and grandpa did. That's what my uncle, so on and so on, did. And I'm tired of hearing that. Oh, that's just what that's tradition. That's family tradition. Like your family tradition could have you celebrating something that don't even need to be associated with the black community. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it needs to be separated. Tradition and religion. I don't mind the religious part of it, but this traditional part of it we need to do some further research and actually see what we diving into when we sitting down at these tables, joining hands at Easter, or sitting here out here going out, with all these different costumes on and taking our kids trick or treating, or we sitting down surrounding this Christmas tree or whatever. Like I say, I'm cool with the religious part of it, but I need justification on the traditional part of it. You feel me? So, like I said, just a small subject. It's Easter. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What is the eggs and the rabbits have to do with the resurrection of Christ? Like, that's what I'm saying. Tradition, the eggs and rabbit, that's a tradition. The resurrection of Christ is religious. I'm trying to figure out what it ties in together. And this is a easy one. This is the easy one. We're not even gonna get into the complicated ones. You know what I'm saying? It's complicated holidays out there, and I'm trying to figure out. So what I'm trying to say right here is, how do we start in our household separating the traditional stuff from the religious stuff and keep the religious stuff legit and on point without all the extra unnecessary celebrating, spending money, getting gifts, and doing all this when really that didn't even take part in the Old Testament. You feel me? So if you can help me out right here, K-Po. Help me express what I'm trying to say right here. You feel me?
Well, you got to be real and just have the understanding that Easter is not something that we celebrate with with a bunny and some eggs. You got to be realistic. It's the same thing with Christmas, right? You know, they talking about that's when Jesus was born. Jesus wasn't born on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be realistic with these things. I think
Mm-hmm.
they spread a false narrative and we ran with it, right? And certain people have made it their tradition for their family. But you have to understand that you have to be able to be real with your family and separate, right? Also, do your homework on what you're celebrating. Do your homework on this holiday, right?
Right.
Do your homework on Easter. Do your homework on Christmas. You know what I mean? And any other holiday. Do your homework. Why am I celebrating this? Does it make sense for
Mm-hmm.
me to celebrate this? Right? Now, I'm going to be real with you. This is the reason why people celebrate this stuff. It's fun. People want to have
That's it.
fun. They want to have fun. The government love it because they get money spit back into the economy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the real reason why. The government love it and people love it because it's fun. Okay, you got to be real with your family. You got to be real with your kids. You know what I mean? Hey, look, this is the real reason. Even if you continue to celebrate it, I'm not sitting here saying don't celebrate it. But what I'm
Right.
saying is have the understanding and do your homework on this particular holiday.
Right.
Why is it called Easter? Why are we celebrating this? Why? Gain the knowledge and understanding. We have these things called cell phones.
Right.
Gain the knowledge and understanding. You can look up anything on there and find out anything, right? Instead of you, I don't know, and I'm just mainly talking to our people, learning a little baby song or you know, NBA YoungBoy song. Do your homework on here. And I'm not sitting here saying don't listen to them dudes, but what I'm saying is get the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about. Do your homework. Understand what you're getting into. Understand, okay, why is this called Easter?
Facts.
What is the meaning of Easter? Okay, just dealing with Christ. Okay, cool. All right. So, do I need to continue to celebrate the Easter egg and the bunny part? Because to this day, I don't understand why the Easter egg and the bunny is involved with that. I mean, I don't,
For the
bro.
love of me, bro, help me.
I'm like, bro, like, I don't celebrate that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I did, you know what I'm saying? Because we did it at school, and I'm pretty sure every kid didn't, you know what I mean?
Like I say, tradition. It was a traditional thing.
Yeah, so, like I said, but when I got older, like, there was a portion of my life I didn't celebrate Christmas. When I became grown, I was like, we not celebrating Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Every day should be Christmas. Why I need to
That's
wait till the
facts.
25th?
In real life,
I
bro.
need to wait till the 25th to give you all this stuff you wanted when I could have gave you this if you deserved it. anytime this year. You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. Now, we still really don't celebrate Christmas. Like, we'll put the tree up, but I mean, I'm not wrapping nothing. I buy it, put it on the. Don't touch that. That's it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
So.
And if I may, right here, so it don't slip my mind. Some people feel like I may be a bit too serious about it, but I spit facts to my kids. What do I look like going through my life and let my kids go through life, and here comes these holidays, and I sit here and lie to them. But every day, other than these holidays, I tell them, "You better not lie to me. You better not lie to me." But then here come these holidays. Oh, not even holidays. Oh, your tooth fell out when you go to sleep. Oh, the tooth fairy. Ain't no damn tooth fairy.
It's me.
I'm the tooth fairy. Ain't no fat nigga coming down the chimney. I'm the fat nigga that stay up late.
Yep.
Ain't no Easter bunny hopping through here laying these little plastic eggs out here. That's me. I'm the bunny. I'm doing all the hopping around, lady. I don't play with my kids like that. And some people, my neighbors, sometimes my wife, they get emotional about it. I don't care how emotional. I'm not gonna sit here and tell my kids don't lie to me every day of the year. And then all of a sudden a special number come up in this month, and I tell them, and I start lying to them. Now they believe in the lie. So now we already contradiction. We messing with the wheels in the head. Is it okay to lie, or is it not okay to lie? My daddy lied to me on this day, but then all the other days he told me don't lie. So was he lying to me? Nah, we ain't finna play that game.
Yeah.
I ain't finna play that game. I don't care how people look at it. That's you. You want to go lie to your kids? Then go lie to your kids. But I don't even have a chimney. So what fat white nigga finna come down my chimney? And if I did have one, if he come down there and he land up in that fireplace, hey, shut.
Yep.
What you doing, bro?
My kids will tell you right here. If I called them in here right now, I say, what happens is you come in here, they gonna tell you dying here. Ain't no leaving. Ain't no leaving. You not gonna come in here and then be like, yeah, man, that boy had a gun. No, you come in here, you die here, you staying here. That's it. Soon as you make entry into my home, welcome. Hey, lock the door, cause this is where you finna be at for the rest of this where your body finna be at. I don't know where your soul going, but your body gonna be right here.
Big facts, bro. But yeah, I'm not in the business. I'm not, like I say, tradition, cool. Religious, let's separate it. Let's stop tying in the BS to the religious. Let's let our kids know. Let's quit playing with their mental. Like I said, it's okay to let your kids know that I hustle for this. I'm Santa Claus, however you want to say it. I'm Santa Claus. Thanks. I'm Daddy Claus. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That little $5 that was under your pillow, that was your mama. She your tooth fairy. Yep. She gonna be your tooth fairy the rest of your life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's no reason to lie. And then I'm gonna break this one down real quick. Like, the reason what made me start really researching what goes on in these holidays was Valentine's Day, bro. Once I figured out what Valentine's Day was, everybody that be telling me Happy Valentine's Day, I be looking at them like, oh, you must ain't done your research, bro. Don't tell me that. Cause that make me feel like you playing with my kids, bro.
Yep.
You playing. Cause Valentine's Day, look, like I say, I'm gonna give y'all the real. I ain't finna lie to y'all. Valentine's Day, bro. A lot of people think it's a love gesture for your significant other, and y'all really this and y'all really that. But Valentine's Day was really originated because some guy had rebelled against his community because on Valentine's Day they were literally celebrating a mass meeting, a group of grown people who would have a mass of children dressed up in just what the little cupids had. And they would give each one of them a name. They would put their name in this thing, and they'll draw their name. And whatever name they draw, didn't matter if it was a boy or girl going to a man or a woman. Once they get these kids, they can do whatever they want with them. Now, you let your imagination float on that. They can do whatever they want with them. Random kids, random orphans. They can do whatever they want with them. And the reason why they call it Valentine's Day is because the man's name was Valentine. He was rebelling against this. He did not like it. He was trying to stop it. So they literally killed him made this man take a bath in his own blood. And after they killed him, they celebrated it and named this day Valentine's Day. So again, make sure you research what you celebrate. And you think Valentine's Day, it's a lot of other ones out there. You gotta go research. You gotta go research. It's a lot. It's a lot of weird stuff behind these holidays. Like I said, I'm cool with the religious part of it. I still celebrate the religious part of it, if it's in fact the religious part on that date. But the
Yeah.
traditional stuff, y'all people need to go look into it. Go look into it. This ain't. I ain't write none of this. This, like I said, when you want to hide something from black man, where you want to put it in the library? Guess where I was at when I read this in the library? Guess who wrote it? A white man. So hey,
Uh, uh,
period. But anyways, let's get back on track. You know what I'm saying? So again, 40 acres and a mule for who? This all ties into each other. Tradition, religion, you know what I'm saying? Understanding the basis of rebuilding the village, rebuilding the actual tradition, rebuilding the actual tribe, you know what I'm saying? Understanding, you know, as a black person, man or woman, the difference and the disadvantages that we go through on the daily. Like I said, we already broke that down to you. You know what I'm saying? You want to know what it is, go ahead and rewind this episode and get in tune with it. You feel me? But
uh,
at the same time, we gotta, as a people, we gotta start understanding the small stuff. We overlook the small tedious tasks and try to look at the big task at hand, but we miss all these little small steps, thinking we can skip them to get to you. We can't skip shit as a people. As a black, you can't skip shit. We got to do everything right the first time, and trust me, it can be done. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have your mistakes, you're gonna have your hiccups, and it is what it is. You got to learn from it. And then one last key right here: a lot of religious people get so tight and so upset when I tell them this right here. God always presents the opportunity, but He's never gonna make the choice for you. Understand that and let that sink in. God will always give you an opportunity. He'll always give you the key to open either one of those doors. But it's on you to make the right choice. If you take the wrong choice, He gonna let you learn from that mistake. And He may close the door, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna if you're doing what's right by God, He gonna give you another opportunity to see that door again. But again, like I said, God will always present you an opportunity, but it's up to you to make the choice. And if you make the wrong choice again and again, you're gonna pay the consequences. Now,
facts.
if you make the right choice, then He rewards you. You feel me? Understand that, people. Understand that, people. You have to understand that God will always present you an opportunity, but it's up to you to make the right choice. You feel me?
Facts. Facts.
So, anything else you want to add to this episode right here, Capo?
I ain't got nothing, man.
All right, we didn't already broke it down for you. We didn't do a lot at you in this episode. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and we need y'all to continue to subscribe, like, share, comment. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned earlier, if you want to get on here and you know what I'm saying, be a guest, hit us up on men on a mission 56 at gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? You can hit us up with a DM. We will respond to you directly. You feel me? So again, this is another episode, 40 acres and a mule for who? For us. We talking about reparations and all this other stuff. We got to understand the basics, and we just giving y'all some of the basics. A lot of this could be opinionated, but all this could be facts in real life, bro. You feel me? So again, me and K Po, we out of here. We got some more stuff we finna go get into. Oh yeah. Y'all gotta start catching us live on this boxing channel because it go down over there on that side. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? K Po, go ahead and shout your name out real quick so they can start watching us over there.
Man, y'all go over there, man, and Outside Boxing is a channel. Man, we almost at 4,000. Actually, I need one more, and I'll be at 4,000. So, we over there putting in work. You know what I'm saying? I got Coach B over there, man. He gonna be over there. Boss ain't stingy with the money. Ain't stingy with the platform. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want everybody to get some shine. You know what I mean? If you ride with me, everybody gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? That's
For
I
sure.
am. I feed everybody. So y'all go over there, man. We got some stuff coming. I dropped 5 videos today, so I, ain't no safety on no Glock over here. We drop content continuously over here and over there. But like I say, man, go over there, like, comment, and subscribe. I ain't running for no smoke. You know what I mean? And we're gonna continue to go together. But it's the end of the podcast. I'm Boss. That's Brody. We gone.
In real life. You feel me?